Hey, welcome everybody. This is Magic Flying Potato, and I am playing Creativerse. I've been playing this game on and off for a couple years. Uh, it's a it's equivalent to Minecraft. It is free on Steam. There are some pay things for like block builds. For example, pull up my crafting. Like for the special block builds, where are we at? Industrial, medieval, um, galactic, Forbidden City, I think, as well. Um, yeah, I don't think the items are really expensive. So, like 800 for Hidden Temple, which means, uh, yeah, it's like $10. So I purchased them throughout the couple of years. I didn't need them right away. If you're playing on a server with a cool group of people, you could actually have them make them for you. So yeah. But anyways, what I'm gonna try not to do on this right now is to bounce around and spin a lot because like that, because I know that after a while is hard to watch. So I will try not to do it. No guarantees. But what I was thinking of building, being that it is getting close to September, and then next month is October, and Creativerse does do a Halloween event during the later months of October, later weeks in October. Um, I want to build like a ghost ship, and then put it by a haunted lighthouse or something like that. I don't know if I'm biting off more than I could chew right now, because technically I start builds on this game and I'm not so good at completing builds, and I am also horrible with decorating. I could I get the basic outside structure down and everything, but then when it comes to going inside a building and decorating it, I really, yeah, I suck at that. So if you guys are watching and you have tips, ideas, or anything like that, hey, just leave a comment and I will see if I can go ahead and try to do that within my build, and that would be awesome. So pretty much I'm going to start with a old sailing ship. I know there is a ton of them out there on blueprints. I don't like using other people's blueprints. I like free building. I like trying to build stuff on my own. I will go and look at let's see, I'm already doing it, running around and looking. Okay, so I do go and look at, like, there is a sailing ship on this server. So I will go look at it, and it kind of helps me out with build ideas or if I get stuck on something. But for the most part, I try to keep it my own. So I don't try to copy what I see. I will use bits and pieces, but still try to make it my own. So right now I have got the keel laid down um, within this zone. I want to try to keep it within the zone. I think these zones are 60 across, 60 by 60. I counted it out before, but yeah, I forget sometimes, or I forget a lot of times. So pretty much, I laid down the keel for it, and it's each one of these blocks underneath or something. These are section of 5, which helps me, I guess, keep things equal when I'm building. So like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Right here is the midpoint. So then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I'm thinking that for now, I'm going to keep this the front of the ship, being that it's over water. And it's going to be easier to build on land. Um, And I just for now I want to get the hull built, and then I will blueprint it and find a place where I actually want to build it, and then put it in the water, and then continue to build from there. So that's my plan. So yeah, might as well try to get started with this. Uh, so I got different blocks. Being that I tried to want to do a ghost ship type build. This is a regular tree. This is the most abundant out here on this world, or on Creativerse. I also went and got some elderwood, which looks like this. But that doesn't really have a board look. Kind of like a hang on, I got a wall here. Not molasses. Here's a wall. So this is like a planked wall look, which I mean for an old sailing ship, that's perfect. And then I got the haunted floor. Which looks like this, which, once again, this might be the best for this because I could also put holes in the side of the ship like that. There's that more weather look. You got that type of hole. Yeah, so I think this might be what I go with for this ship, for at least the siding. And also I got a weathered wood. Which looks like, yeah, like that. Actually, I probably don't want to do it like, I don't know, like this. So I got a weather look too that I could actually build as well. And I don't know if it should go like that. Or like that. Because the grain of the wood is going this way, and the cracks are going up and down, while this one, the grain of the wood is going up and down, and the cracks are going side to side. So, I've got a couple of options. I think, again, for a ghost ship, this right here, the haunted floor, is going to be the go-to choice. At least for the siding. For the rest of it, it's kind of hard to say. Because some of these blocks are like perfect, and then in one direction, and then you switch them around, and then they're not so good. So these are all the wall options. Here's the haunted. It's actually floor, but it could also be used as a wall. Like here's the wall. Hang on, let me do floor. Yeah, so it looks like I'm gonna go with this for the outside, the main build outside look. But I guess for now, what I really want to do is kind of build up the structure of the sailing ship. And for that, I know it has a kind of like a rib cage look. I should have put these blocks somewhere else out of the way of all this. So yeah, so um again, this is well, first, this is my first attempt at trying to build an old sailing ship like this. So yeah, it is going to be interesting, I guess, to say the least. And being that this is going to be this is the actual keel, so this is the bottom, so there is going to be another level right here, and this will be the steering mechanism will go in this area. But I know I'm trying to figure out how wide I'm going to make it to. And the one thing about Creativerse is that it doesn't have a creative mode. Like I've played. What got me into Creativerse was I first started playing Minecraft with my son, and then I found this one, and I kind of liked it, so I started playing this a lot more. But I know in Minecraft they do have a creative mode where you can actually go in and float around and build things with unlimited blocks and all that. Creativerse, they don't have that mode, so it makes it a bit harder to build because you don't have that mode. So you got to do a lot of either building scaffolding around tall items, which I think a lot of times when I build high up, I spend more time building the scaffolding around the item, around the structure, than I do the actual structure. Because once this gets higher, it's like I'll spend a lot of time building a scaffolding and then put a couple blocks on, and I guess you got to work around it. But yeah, again, not really sure how I want to build this. I mean, I've got ideas. I'm going to try to go off of one, two pictures I see online of like famous sailing ships, but again, trying to make it my own. So this right here will actually kind of be the bottom of the ship underwater. And so I think because of the backs are usually wider than this, I might come out. Come out a couple of blocks. And to Might even need to. So I came out 1, 2, 3, and then started going up. I think I need to actually come out. Another one? Kind of like that. Didn't do, so I did 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. That's one thing I do wish that Creativerse had was a symmetrical build mode where what you build on one side builds on the other. I actually did a huge build at the beginning of the year. Took me forever to finish it. It was from a cartoon called Star Blazers, and I built the spaceship Yamaoto. I think it was a Yamaoto, the name of it. I did blueprint it. Where's mine? Mine. Right here. Yeah, so the battleship Yamaoto, which is based off of the World War II Japanese battleship, but it is actually they fly it in space. And this was the build on this one again took me like three months, not consecutive. It's like I'd do a lot of building and then I'd get tired, and then I'd wait and then go back and do a lot of building and then get tired. So and then trying to figure out some of the angles was, I think that's what really wore me out, was trying to, because I build it on one side and it would look good, and then I'm like, oh, now I got to go to the other side and build it. So yeah, that's and again, once again, I've only built it from the outside. There's really nothing on the inside of it. I was planning on doing the inside, but then I actually quit playing on the server that I was on with that one, because it got so laggy, because the entire servers, they were trying to build a space server, a spaceport type server, futuristic, and they were blueprinting everywhere. If you look at the map, like the world map, all these areas are where people are building. Pretty much this whole part of the map was all red, and they were just kept expanding and expanding, and getting onto that server was nothing but a lag fest. So I pretty much, after I kind of completed that, I pretty much called it quits for playing on that server because of that. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then I guess maybe go straight up from there. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Like here, maybe 1, 2, 3. So this will be the back, the aft of the ship. Keeping with nautical terms. And so, oops. So I guess now as you get closer, it's going to get more narrow. And it does get dark on this on this game at night. I do have a flashlight, but yeah, and that's the flashlight on. That's flashlight off. If I was underground, then you wouldn't be able to see anything. So I apologize if it gets a bit dark for a short time. Okay, so again, I know, and this is where my big problem with playing these building games is, and other people that have played it for years or they just have that certain mindset where they can visualize it and just build it. Me, it's like I visualize it, but I always have trouble putting into actually building what I am picturing in my head. And I know as a kid I know what I want to do, but then I get to points where I I get I get lost. And I don't know if I should make so like these. I don't know if I should make them out of the pieces that I was talking about or kind of make this the unseen portion up underneath the ship or within the ship, kind of like the framework. So I need to come out one more. I always try to do, again, I think sometimes when I start building, I kind of bite off more than what I can chew on these games. Being that I am not a veteran player, I've like some people are just able to go in and use all kinds of pieces for ways that you wouldn't think of using them, like using tables and stairs and just different blocks, putting them down and using them as a building piece that you wouldn't think it would look good, but it actually looks like the finished product is like that's just cool. Like I would have never thought of doing that, but I guess that comes with lots and lots of building experience on these games. So, anyways, so yeah, this is a very very basic intro to Creativerse and my ghost ship build. Quit swinging the camera around. I may, like I said, I'm going to do some research on this, on how to build one, make it my own, but, you know, I got to get the foundation down. Once I get the foundation down, then I can start going pretty good. It's just always starting out. It's like you start laying things down and you're like, that doesn't look the way I thought it was going to look. So, yeah. So anyways, this is Magic Flying Potato playing Creativerse, and I am going to try and build a ghost ship before the end of October. So it can be kind of like a Halloween type event type thing. So yeah. So hopefully I can get this down. I got it down in my head what I want it to kind of look like, but getting it down on here is going to be a whole different story. So hopefully I can be able to do this. All right, so yeah, so if you guys have any building tips, any ideas, comments, just leave them below, please, and I will definitely address them and see what we can do on here. So once again, playing Creativerse. This is Magic Flying Potato, and I am out.